when they were 10-3, it was like, this could be different. I even came on the air and I'm like, this team can win the Super Bowl playing like this. And then they lose the last 4. And, you know, that Christmas schedule where 4 teams had to play 3 games in 11 days, they had to do a Sunday, Saturday, Wednesday. But only one team had to play the Eagles on a Sunday, the Ravens on a Saturday, and the Chiefs on a Wednesday. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's when George Pickens went out, and that's when the offense began to fall apart in a way that we did not see when Russell Wilson took it over from a 4-2 team and turned it into a 10-3 team. Now they're a 10-7 team because with Pickens back and them having the Bengals in their house, having the mini bye in their back pocket from having played on a Wednesday, and here they are playing on a Saturday night, short week for Cincinnati, but doesn't matter for Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh loses that one. It's now 5-alarm fire time. Only the third team in the history of the NFL to go into the playoffs on a 4-game losing streak, and it's all coming back. It's in 10-7. Good for a lot of teams. Pittsburgh fans are like, that's the record. We keep saying that was like the old 8-8 for Jeff Fisher. Remember that?
Oh yeah, 7-9. No,
7-9 for Jeff Fisher. Right.
7-9
every year. We're in it, but then we make it, and then we get bounced.
Yep.
It's a new, but so it's 10-7, where everyone talks about in the media, hey, Tomlin had another winning season again, and they're like, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
And when we get one and done, we haven't won playoff games in quite some time. Now they're taking on the Ravens. And it's the first time, by the way, that the Ravens and Steelers are facing each other in the playoffs in Baltimore. Every single one of the 4 instances prior took place in Pittsburgh, where the Steelers were 3-1 against the Ravens. The only time the Ravens won any of these games was the 2014 wild card round when they won 30-17 in Pittsburgh. And it doesn't bode well for the Steelers losing 4 in a row. And how about this? Road teams have lost each of their last 7 playoff games against opponents from their own division. Dating back to 2021, and the average score is home team 34, losing road team 17.
Yeah.
The last team to win a road game against a division opponent in the playoffs was when Tom Brady went into the Superdome in the COVID year and beat Drew Brees 30-20. They went on to win the Super Bowl. This is what Coach Tomlin had to say when he was asked about his recent playoff drought.
It's been a few years since you guys have won a playoff game. What gives you confidence that this year's going to be different?
Because I work with this group every day. I'm excited about it. We're very familiar with this team. We know how to play this group. And so that's where our focus is as we get prepared for this one. What you mentioned is my story. It's not this collective story. Many of these guys involved do not tote those bags. I happily tote those bags, but it's not something that I'm going to project on the collective.
I'm sure he's saying he happily totes those bags will set off some Steeler fans. When he says that, he means he'll happily take the responsibility. I don't think he's happy about having lost all those playoff games in a row. You know, and this is the offense in the last 4 weeks is exactly the offense I was concerned about with Russell Wilson taking over this team. And then we didn't see it. And Russ was cooking like the old Russ.
Well, they were hitting big plays.
They were hitting big plays, but they were also running it. They were moving it. It wasn't just always the big play, but the chunk play was helpful, and that's what people are pointing out. Like that's what Russ does better than Justin Fields, and But Tomlin did say Justin Fields is gonna he's gonna use him. It looks like that's what you were saying.
Yeah,
you think you should
to
start him in the Overreaction Monday pod. I don't know if that was an Overreaction Monday subject matter, but I believe we have that soundbite, right? Do we have that soundbite of him talking? Here, go ahead and hit it. Here's Mike Tomlin on Justin Fields.
I'm certainly open to utilizing Justin. He has an awesome skill set. We've done some of that in the past. We've done less of it in recent weeks. He experienced an injury or so a couple of weeks back that slowed some of that. But certainly in an effort to win this game, I am open to any combination or combinations of the division of labor in an effort to do so. And so I'm certainly open to that as we develop plans this week.
And I think that's wise. Screw that. If you have two quarterbacks, you got none.
No, they need a Fields package. They need to do something different than they've done in the last month.
No question. I agree.
To have a chance to win this game.
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Different look, different situation. Because there's been some doldrums.
Mm-hmm. Also, like, Russ being the vet here, is that play with 36 seconds left where he didn't get rid of the ball?
Yeah, that one was a head-scratcher, man.
Yeah.
Like, he just took a hit right in the middle of the field.
He could have thrown the ball out of bounds. He could have done – that's a rookie move. That's not something a Super Bowl winning vet.
That's correct. You don't take a hit between the hash and the sideline like that, right in the middle of it.
Right.
Not with that much time left.
I'm with you.
That was mind-boggling, man.
And Russ is 9-7 in his playoff career, but he's lost 4 of his last 5 playoff games, and he's 3-6 ever since the Malcolm Butler interception.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, that's the biggest spread of the weekend.
Is it really?
9.5.
That's a large amount for a third game.
I just watch the teams play.
Although I did just say the average margin of victory over the last 7 playoff games featuring division opponents, the final score is 34 for the home team and 17.6 for the road team on average. So that's almost just a little bit less than double the spread, right?
Well, Lou, what's more likely here? I mean, the Broncos-Bills is 8.5. Like, which one do you think would be a closer game?
Come on.
You think Buffalo's going to blow out Denver?
I think this is the toughest assignment of the weekend.
No, it's way tougher for Pittsburgh, man.
But they've been there. They were just there. They know this team inside and out.
They can't score more than like 15 points.
I get it. I hear you. The first time they played each other, they lit them up.
That's a different team.
I get it. I'm sure Tomlin is letting everyone know in the room, you're still the same team. Let us see if they can put it together. It's not like Detroit where some of the guys are just gone on injured reserve. They're there. They just haven't played well. That's why, I hear Mooch on game day morning sometimes. It's just like, we're like, how can it get fixed? And a coach will always say, we don't have to fix it. Just play better, execute better. And it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating for a fan to hear that, but it is just that simple. A rookie quarterback going into Western New York? That's not a cakewalk, pal. Cortland Sutton hasn't done it. Vele hasn't done it. A bunch of these, it's going to be a first time for the guy who's done it is their coach, which is a big help.
Sometimes
it's a big help,
being a rookie and not having been there is an advantage. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.